Hi, how are you? My name is Terry Boyd, and I am a gold ambassador with a company called Plexus Worldwide. We call it the Health and Happiness Company, and you'll get a little idea of that later. I wanted to thank Emily for inviting me to give this little video to you. And what I'm going to talk about today is, did you know that you are more bacteria than you are human? That we have something inside of us called the gut microbiome. And did you know the gut affects much of your health? So I thought I'd tell you a little bit about the gut and then tell you how to keep it as healthy as possible. Did you know that 70% of your immune system is in your gut? Now, I'm sure that everybody nowadays is really aware of their immune system and wanting to keep it as strong as possible. It's hard not to think like that whenever you're in the middle of a pandemic. But 70% of your immune system is in your gut. And 90% of the serotonin in your body is produced in your gut. What is serotonin? It's the happy hormone. That's what helps you feel good. Scientists are finding that there is a huge gut-brain connection. The gut is called your second brain, and the two of them talk all the time. So when you've got a healthy gut, you're going to find that you have a healthier mental attitude. It's amazing the way the two are connected. So you want to keep your gut healthy so that you can keep your brain healthy. Now, your gut, I told you there's something called the gut microbiome. And what the microbiome is the bacteria that's in your gut that is going to break down your food, help it to absorb into your body. And that bacteria, it's really important to keep it diverse. There has to be a lot of different types of bacteria. What happens with the standard American diet that we have, a lot of processed foods, sugars, high in sugars, those type of things train your gut microbiome to digest and want those things. So you're gonna find that the more you eat sugar, the more you want sugar. The more you eat carbs, the more you want carbs. And I remember having a friend years ago tell me that, if you're not eating these things, then you really don't want them. And I was the Snickers and Pepsi type person. I had Snickers and Pepsi for breakfast. That was what got me going in the day. I wasn't a coffee drinker. I wanted my Snickers. I wanted my Pepsi. And I craved sugar all the time. I had carbs. There was no way I was giving up bread, and I still haven't. I don't want you to think that I'm going off on the deep end here. I still love a good homemade cookie, and the thing is, I don't have to eat a whole sleeve of Oreos to be satisfied. I can eat a cookie or two. The same with bread. A good artisan Italian bread, yeah, I'm going to get some butter, I'm going to eat that, and I'm going to enjoy it. But it's not a staple where I have to have it with every meal, which was like we would go through a loaf of Italian bread in a meal. As you're trying to get your gut diversified, eating those type of foods are going to lessen the diversification. Sorry. So what are some other things that can affect your gut microbiome and make it unhealthy? Oral contraceptives, birth control can do that. Stress is huge for your gut health. Again, remember I said that the gut and the brain have this connection going on. There's a nerve called the vagus nerve that goes from the brain to the gut. And so when you've got that gut feeling, or when you've got butterflies in your stomach because you're anxious about something, there is a connection. So stress can really affect the bacteria in your gut. Something else, let's see, lack of exercise can affect the bacteria in your gut. Of course, food, depending on what type of food you're eating. If you're feeding it for health, it's going to affect it differently than if you're eating those processed foods. Sleep quality will affect your gut, and your gut health will affect your sleep quality. When I started with the company years ago, 5 years ago, I'm going on 6 years now, the entire reason that I started was because I couldn't sleep. I was taking Benadryl every night to go to sleep. And I was taking Benadryl for allergies, severe allergies that I had from the time I was a little girl. So 6 to 8 Benadryl a day was nothing for me. And if anybody's taken Benadryl, they know that's crazy talk. And can you imagine what kind of energy I had? Not much. So anyway, I started because I couldn't sleep. I kept going as I learned more. My mom and dad both died from gut issues. So, there were some things going on for me that gut health became very important for me. I also lost about 45 pounds by addressing my gut health. If you have poor gut health, obesity can be an issue, diabetes, some cancers. It's amazing how much that gut microbiome affects your health. Hippocrates said years and years and years ago that gut health, all disease begins in the gut. Sorry, I was getting a little message on my phone about my phone getting too hot, so hopefully I won't shut off. So those are some things that can happen when you don't have good gut health. So what are some things that you can do to have good gut health? Like I said, diet. Diet is a big thing. Make sure that you're eating the right foods. But again, our diet, the foods that we eat now, even the foods that are grown, farmers markets and things like that, it's not the same food as it was 50 years ago. Our soils have become depleted. We have used chemicals over the years, so you don't have the vitamins and minerals that you had 50 years ago. So supplementation may be something that you want to look into. A quality multivitamin, I would recommend that. What type of supplementation for your gut health? A quality multivitamin. Omegas, any doctor worth his weight is going to tell you about omegas and brain health and heart health. But also, something that can affect your gut is antibiotics. Antibiotics get rid of the bad bacteria, but they can't distinguish between good and bad bacteria. So when they get rid of the bad bacteria, they also get rid of the good bacteria. So I've read where one course of antibiotics can destroy your gut microbiome for up to a year. So you need to rebuild that microbiome, and there are something called probiotics that are good for that. You want to get a good quality probiotic that has digestive enzymes and an antifungal, because as your microbiome changes, depending on how you're feeding it, you could have an overgrowth of fungus. That also contributes to other problems. So the gut is like the building block for our health, and you really want to take care of it. When you have a healthy gut, you're going to feel more energetic. I have energy out the wazoo. Better mental clarity. Again, remember the gut-brain connection? Better mental clarity and better emotional health. There are strands of probiotics that have been studied to help reduce levels of stress and levels of anxiety and levels of anger. So the gut bacteria is that important. Also, you'll find that you get sick less often. Remember, 70% of the immune system is in the gut. So I'm going to encourage you to Google gut health and maybe something that's bothering you now. Gut health and migraines, gut health and autoimmune. Do you wonder why autoimmune disease is on the rise? Look at our diet. Gut health and heart disease, gut health and strokes, gut health and just about anything, allergies. And I have found some huge relief by addressing my gut health with my allergies. So I get excited about it. I tend to ramble on, and I hope I didn't bore you. But if there are some things that you found or that you heard me saying, please talk to me. Put some comments down below once we post this video. Let me know some of your health issues and we can talk. Again, Plexus Worldwide is the health and happiness company. We focus on 3 things: gut health, blood sugar regulation, and reducing inflammation in your body. If you know anybody that has any of those issues, let's talk. And I again wanted to thank Emily for letting me talk to you guys. And I hope you're having a wonderful day. Reach out and just say hey.